Yes, ma'am. So what's the tea for today? My bias is bullish. I'm gonna just say that first and foremost, and that is based off of the fact that when it comes to the 4 hour, I believe we're still operating within this fib, right? So we haven't gotten to our target yet. That's still my target. Let's see what's happening in the lower 9 rings. Okay, so are we creating lower lows and lower highs? Because if we are, then we would want to wait for a break before actually entering in. Actually, hold on. Tested, right? So we have this area, create a support right here. Yeah, that's what's up. And then we have tested again, bearish, bullish, tested again. It really depends on how this candle closed, on whether this is going to be tested or not. And if it's tested, cool, it would make sense anyhow. And if price continues to go bearish, because for some reason this is considered a lower high, strong enough to, continue the flow of the downtrend, then okay, then the move would just be, again, the same thing. We wait for the lower highs. Oh, so skinny. We would wait for the lower highs to stop forming. We would wait for the lower highs to break. And ideally, we would enter upon a higher low to continue bullish. That's if price doesn't just test this level. So that's my bias for GJ. I'm still in the bias from yesterday, right? Because this is a really strong and nice weekly support. I figure the chances that we can continue bullish from here is pretty strong. Good word. Right, so that's that. Let's see, the 4 hour did create this slight support level, right? But it's not like, if it breaks, I would just assume, we're probably just gonna tap back into this liquidity level, if that were to be the move to continue bullish. That's just my assumption. All in all, either for re-entries, because I do want to take in a scale and entry on this, it's going to be when a minor resistance breaks. Target is going to be the negative 27% again. And if this level tests, well then cool. I'm still going to be able to find some sort of resistance breaking. Now for gold, we're on a weekly resistance, right? We're on a weekly resistance. However, price has not told me yet that she wants to go bearish, right? So what I learned the past few months, past few weeks is really important is the zones are not as important as price action. So just because we come to a zone, price action doesn't say, okay, yes, here's a confirmation of a break that we're going to continue bearish. Don't assume. Don't assume. You can assume, it's really up to you. My bias for gold is still bullish. I do see that we've had this like little double top right here, but at the same time, we're not in a downtrend to me, right? Because remember, we're still operating within this fib, but that's just my opinion. The 4 hour is being maintained so far. You see, this is the last level that we had. Some form of a higher low, not a structural higher low, just a higher low. If this breaks, I would assume it's probably just gonna come here, and then break resistance and then continue bullish. Another option could be it could just completely break, during New York and really hold that bearish momentum, but that's not something I can assume will happen until it actually shows me it'll happen. And I took buys on gold yesterday, right? Because high lows are being maintained. And overall, it was just a really nice bearish flow. So I was just looking for a break of resistance to enter in. Right, so around, and I was saying, okay, just make sure you wait until 8 o'clock or after 8 o'clock. Like that's just like my only rule when it comes to gold, preferably because that's when the volume kicks in, right? So we see we had this little So I was tracking resistance, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. Then we had bearish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. Resistance was being maintained until we had this candle. And I know I say like, okay, you have to wait for 2 bullish candles. I just went on to the 5-minute because again, it was also breaking out this counter trend level. And I understood, I'm starting to understand gold, you know, like, like you got to know when to finesse, you got to know when to go down to the lower time frames, you got to know when to stand the higher time frames. So when I saw these 2 bullish candles, I was like, all right, cool. I'm getting in. My stop loss is going to be right here. And my take profit is honestly, I'm just waiting until price says that she doesn't want to be bullish anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen because I know that it's on weekly resistance, but I also don't want to say, oh, time to sell. Like, I don't want to do that because I understand that right now price's momentum is very bullish. So let's see what happens if you put this there. Oh my God, no, why are you doing that? Let's see, I will get out of my buys if I see. I think I would have to see. I don't know. I think the Lord is just gonna have to tap me on the back and tell me when to get out. All right. I don't know. I would assume, I mean, I would want to get out before, if you know, if it's gonna break this level, I'd like to be out of buys before then. But then it's like, but you don't know how that 4-hour candle is gonna close. So, you know, it's just a matter of going with the flow, feeling it along the way. So it looks like price is going to continue bearish for now, at least, or it depends on how this is going to close in 7 minutes. But again, if it closes bearish in 7 minutes, it's just going to create a lower high. I'm just going to continue to track it until it's not creating lower highs anymore, and then I will be in buys. That's my buys for today.